In my world, the world of high-level network design, we have a saying, hardware fails but systems are murdered. When the news broke that the camera at the Metropolitan Correctional Center malfunctioned, the night Jeffrey Epstein died, the general public felt like something was wrong. But as a CCIE security, I knew it was wrong. See, a prison is not just a building with bars, it's a high security network. In a system like that, we use the rule of two. Two power sources, two storage drives, two paths for data. For the cameras to go dark at the exact same time, that's not a glitch, that's a command. To make those cameras blink, someone didn't just pull a plug, they had to log in, they had to have the master key, and today, I'm going to show you how that same master key is likely sitting in the pocket of someone in your company right now. Now let's go to the island Little St. James. To the world, it was a getaway. To a CCDE, a design expert, it was a data trap. Most people don't know this, but Epstein didn't rely on local Wi-Fi. He spent millions of dollars to lay a private, dedicated undersea fiber optic cable from the mainland directly to his island. Why? If you use the public internet, you leave tracks. If you own the pipe, you own the evidence. Now imagine his guests, presidents, scientists, billionaires. They felt safe because they were in the middle of the ocean. But they were walking into a digital Faraday cage. Every room was a sensor. Every private conversation was being converted into packets, sent across the private fiber and stored in a vault that nobody, not even the FBI, could see from the outside. He wasn't just a man with secrets, he was the architect of a blackmail engine. He built a network where trust was the bait and visibility was the weapon. Now, you might be thinking, that's a crazy story, but what does it have to do with my business? Trust me, everything. Every company I audit has a Little St. James. It's that one server your IT guy set up 5 years ago that nobody monitors. It's that shadow IT cloud account your marketing team uses to save money. It's a place where data flows, but the cameras are turned off. I'll give you a real example. Last year, I walked into an audit and found a rogue switch tucked behind a rack in the comms room. And it was unmanaged, no logging, silently mirroring traffic from the finance VLAN to a cloud endpoint no one in the company had ever authorized. It had been there for 11 months. 11 months of invoices, payroll data and contracts flowing out of the building through a device that cost less than £100. In the Epstein case, the system was used to protect a predator. In your business, a shadow network is used by hackers, rogue employees or even competitors to siphon your intellectual property. If your logs can be deleted by one person with a password, you don't have a security. You have an illusion. You are one glitch away from losing everything. And just like that jail cell, nobody will be able to tell you why the cameras weren't recording. There are over 3 million IT professionals in the whole world. Fewer than 1% hold the CCIE and CCDE credentials. We are the people who are called in when the impossible happens. But my goal isn't to tell you what went wrong after the disaster. My goal is to make sure your network never has a blackout in the first place. We don't just look at your firewall. We look at your human risk. We look at who holds the master keys. We perform the network illuminations, finding the dark corners where your data is leaking before the auditors or the lawyers show up at your door. Jeffrey Epstein's greatest power wasn't his money. It was his architecture. He knew that if you control the network, you control the truth. Does someone else control the truth in your company? And if you want to learn how to find these shadows yourself, the next episode of this masterclass breaks down the exact methods I use to detect shadow IT in any environment. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. Thank you.